Wendy, what's up? Girl, I literally walked in my house. I got a new t-shirt, you know. Oh, this is one of my hats that I got from when I was in trucking. Wait, it is I think I got two of these. And it's funny, sometimes I wear it out and people just look and start laughing. It was funny. I don't know if that's SpongeBob or whoever, 'cause I'm not in the cartoons. Hold on, let me get the chat up, live chat. All right. See me okay? How you doing, Wendy? I'm tired. And can you hear me okay? And thanks for giving a thumbs up. Let me know you hear me okay. And how you doing? Oh, you see I just got out the shower. I still got paper towel on my face. Child, it's been that day. I got me some pickles. I like dill pickles. I like these pickles. I get them, and if I have my salt cravings, and I picked it up. Now there's a lady named Miss Klein. I like hers too. You can get them. They're a hot pickle. But I'm noticing now I'm getting older. Me and the hot ain't getting along like we used to, the real hots. But this right here is Savan Holton. And you get them, and they're supposed to be like really fat pickles. They've been pretty fat, but sometimes it's kind of like sketch. Hold on, my foot is itching. And I just got out the shower, but my foot is itching. Whew. Child. Yeah, I didn't have that day. But I went to probably do an alcohol rub down too on my feet. I did a little scrub in the shower, but sometimes you got to go in with the alcohol rub down, which is what I'm kind of feeling the need for. I went to the laundromat and with the thinking that, oh, it's Labor Day. Ain't going to be no whole bunch of people. How wrong was I? Wrong. And, I'm going to talk about the car accident. I'm giving everybody about 5 minutes. Wendy, I don't know if you're still in here, but if you are, let me know you can hear me. And I mean, my foot's itching. I'm going to have to, yep, y'all got to see me. And I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and rub this foot over here. It's itching really bad. Y'all, when your foot's itching, when you got to itch, you got to scratch it. It's the side of my foot is itching. And I just got out the shower and I scrubbed my feet. Like I said, I might have to do an alcohol rub down. Whew, Lord, hold on. So anyway, I just got back in the house about, I don't know if it's 30 minutes ago. I got all the clothes in. And I got to fold them. I just put them in a bag and was ready to go. And after this live, I'm probably going to lay down for about an hour. And then I got to run back out in the garden. I'm working back there. I'll give y'all some video footage. I built the other bed. I got like a few more pieces to put on it. It took a minute. It had wing nuts. Those didn't work right. Well, a couple of them. The lost one, and one didn't work right. So I had to go get some nuts for it. I still had to put the little canopy on it. I don't know. I haven't weighed because I'm not supposed to see him for 6 months. So I got to look and see. I don't even know when my next appointment is with him. And I haven't weighed since then. I do have to go to the lab. I'm going to talk about the car accident here in a minute. I'm still praying on what to do because I'm still mad. Pissed off. Pissed off. I had to pray what to do. Not happy about it. So I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm gonna give about 5 minutes and then I'll talk about everything. How you doing? How's my driver doing? How's his word salads? I'm having my word salads telling welcome to old age. Welcome to old age, my brother. Welcome to old age. Cause I'll be saying something like the other day, I was like, oh, I gotta put more pavement down. So outside where the garden is, I think I might have explained in another video, but I'll explain the next one if I remember. I found out the neighbor who's here, he's the owner's maintenance guy for the air conditioning units. And so he handles, I guess, any of his properties here in Arizona. He handles the AC and stuff. Well, he lives next door to me. And so he was telling me that back in the day for this complex, all this gravel and stuff used to be all pavement, even our fenced in patios. So I was wondering, girl, trucking that's one of the reasons I pray to God I don't have to go back. There's some things going on with my company, and I'm like, Lord, I don't feel like driving the truck. So I pray I'm okay, but with all the Trump stuff that's going on, I don't know, because they getting ready to do some reevaluating. Let's put it like that. I can't talk too much in details, but they reevaluating, and they sent out notices that you can do voluntary reevaluations, or they may reevaluate you, if you understand what I mean. So just trying to speak between the lines, but I think you get what I mean. And I'm like, Lord, I don't feel like driving a truck. I don't want to drive a bus. I like where I'm at right now. I like the company as a whole, but with all the madness going on, a lot of people are being affected. I had a friend who was laid off from Wells Fargo, and they still laying off. They got a lot going on. Well, we having that too, girl. These companies are outsourcing. All this madness old boy did, I'm bringing the jobs back. It ain't bringing the jobs back. It's just a way for folks to make more money. But the problem is, if the people here in the States ain't making money, how you going to get money out of people who ain't making no money? That's going to stop. So you're going to crash the economy is what you're doing. And we heading there. We are heading there on a slippery slope. That's why I'm trying to get the rest of this bankruptcy done. I just talked to the lawyer Sunday. So trying to finish up all the taxes. Got to call these people because they sending bills. And it's not a lot right now, praise Jesus. But, hey, do you want me to finish everything? You want me to just start making payments on this little balance? So I don't have the lump right now because I got a whole bunch. Still got the school drama. I don't know about that. I'm so tired right now. I don't know what to do. I'm whooped. And it seemed like I take days off, and then there's just little stuff, and then I leave, and by the time I get home, the whole day gone. I'm whooped. Like today, I got up, headed out, and just tired. Yeah, trucking companies it's hard. It's hard to get that's the thing. The sad part is they look at the drivers like they're nothing, so they don't have any respect. About the only respect they had for them was during COVID. And that lasted all of once everything seemed to get back to normal, which is still jacked up, because really where we're at right now is a direct result of the COVID madness. Because people just lost their mind and logic went out the window. But intelligence is not there. Since folks I'm just like, I be sitting there looking at people. I be talking to people with a big question mark. I'm like, do you hear what you just said? Did that make any sense? It don't make sense. But to them, I guess it does. Their rationale is weird. It's just weird. And folks want to associate with crazy. I'm shedding right now. I'm shedding a lot of folks. Crazy as a box of rocks. People are crazy as a box of rocks. I be sitting there going, what is wrong with folks? Hold on, where my glass going on? My glasses. I was sweating so much, I'm sweating on my glasses. And yeah, so I'm putting these on. I'm tired. I'm literally whooped. So yes, I went to the laundromat thinking nobody was gonna be there. There was a ton of folk up in there. I mean, a gang of folk. Anyway, pray he get a company. I pray they treat him right. Yeah, I think it's just the luck of the draw in these companies. And it's too bad you guys out in the woods. I would tell them just go and become a city bus driver and call it a day. I'm really tired. This week thought I was gonna do a whole bunch. I have been out in that little garden trying to get it up to par, because I really want to be ready. I don't want to have to go to the grocery store for fresh produce. That's pretty much why I go. I got meat. I don't need meat. If I get really good, I don't even. Look, my face so hot is making my glasses fog. If I need meat, I got plenty of meat. I don't need no meat. Only reason I buy meat is because I don't feel like defrosting the meat I got. Matter of fact, I just took out I have a pork loin that's been in there. It's in the freezer for since 2022, and pork loin roast is sitting up in there. I'm gonna smoke it today, and that's probably what I'm gonna eat on in different ways later this week. or all throughout the week. And my meat consumption is going down. My stomach is weird, and it's not the Ozempic. I haven't done my shot this week yet. Probably going to do it today. But I was having stomach issues prior. Well, I think it's prior to the Ozempic. And sometimes I just got to lay back and relax. I'm going to tell y'all. Oh, we'll talk about the car accident. So, not massively serious to my knowledge. I'm going to take the car to the mechanic guy and look at, because I'm going to have him look at some stuff. I'm pissed off. So here's what happened. I was on my way home, not this Friday, the Friday before. We were working office. I'm coming home, and the way I drive, as I've gotten older, I don't like a lot of drama. And because I see how people are driving right now, they drive really bad. I don't try to be on the main streets. So as soon as I got off freeway, I head to a little off street. It's a neighborhood street. It goes between, there's some, this is a historical district. So mostly where I'm at is in the central Phoenix area. And there are pocket neighborhoods of historical districts. So like, I'm in a historical district, and there's other historical districts. One's Garfield, one's Melrose, various names, one's Arcadia. There's various names for the historical districts and the homes that were built here. These homes can go back to 50, maybe even before that. Cottage style homes, really pretty homes, very much pretty antique homes. They also have old apartments like what I'm in right now. Like I said, this wall right here is concrete. My outer walls are concrete block. Walls that connect to the neighbors are all concrete. Okay, so the neighbor here, neighbor over there, and then my outer walls to the outside of the property. Inner walls are sheetrock, but who cares about that, right? So I'm coming home, and I go down a little street. I get off on a street called 7th Street. I go down a street called 3rd. So I take 7th Street to a street called McDowell, take McDowell down to a street called 3rd, and I'm heading northbound on 3rd Street. If you understand the lights northbound and southbound, those lights sit a long time because the other streets are coming from pocket neighborhood. They're coming from the neighborhood. So you could, and they're just random throughout. So I get to this one street, and the speed limit in this neighborhood is 30 miles an hour, right? So it's 30 miles an hour. You're not really 35 and nobody will bother you, but there's police that usually sit sometimes. There's a speed trap. So I'm going about 30, and sometimes I'll go cruise control to put myself right at 30, 35 because I know they sit there. And it's a peaceful little drive just to make sure I'm not going over the speed limit, because it's easy when you're in a comfortable, no traffic area. You just go and be 35, 40 miles an hour. I'm like, yeah, I'm just do 30. So I come up, and I'm at 3rd Street, and I hit a street called Virginia. I'm at 3rd Street in Virginia. Virginia runs east and west. There's a light at 3rd Street in Virginia. And as I'm coming through that light, this dude blows westbound. I'm going northbound through the red light. So the light is solid green for me for at least, I saw the light a block away. And the light, like I said, the lights sit a long time north and south. He blows through it heading westbound. I'm able to stop the car enough to where he slides down the front of my car, and he gonna keep going. Oh no, my ninja, you're not keeping going. I didn't care. I know if my car was damaged. I flipped that car and followed him. I chased him down because he would have kept going. He stops on Virginia just before 2nd. And he's on the curb. I'm stopped in the middle of the street, hazard zone. I'm hot. I'm angry. Gets out, speaks no English, Latino guy. Whatever he said with his prayer hands. Absolutely not. I'm pissed. And like speaking to me like I'm supposed to understand. Where we at? Where we at, bro? No English. You talking to me like I'm supposed to understand what you're saying. Are you for real? And I'm not trying to be mean. I believe people can have multiple language. You can do bilingual. But the assumption that I'm supposed to speak your language was just amazing to me. That was one. And then he gonna take his hands and rub the scratches on the front of my car from his car off. And like, Like, don't call. No, I walk back. I'm hot. I call 911. I'm on the phone with 911, and a white lady in a beautiful Mercedes SUV, older little white lady, praise Jesus for her. She pulls around the corner off to 2nd and Virginia, and she said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And I said, "Ma'am, did you see it?" She said, "Yes. Do you mind if I get your information?" I took pictures of her license plate, this idiot's license plate. So then when he goes, he's trying to get us off the street, but really what he wants to do is leave. So he pulls around her. I pull in front of her, but he pulls way up, and it's like a cul-de-sac with two parking lots. This butthole leaves the scene and goes through the park. Well, first he tries to come up to where we're at. Well, we're on the phone with the police department. We're on speaker with the lady from 911. He tries to blow through us, but he can't. So he goes through and figures out how to get through the parking lot. He leaves the scene. It's called a hit and run. Only thing I got, didn't think to take a picture of him, but I got a picture of his plate. So I haven't filed, but the officer came. I had to wait about an hour and a half for the officer to show up because he had another emergency call. I'm so pissed. I haven't filed, but the officer gave me a lot of information. Supposedly he said, asked me to describe him. I describe him. He said, who you describing matches the co-owner on this car. How he knows that, I don't know, but I guess they have descriptions or they have license or whatever your license ties to your car, right? Lo and behold, the officer said, I'm showing that they're supposed to have Geico as the insurance. Now, I haven't called Geico yet. Still pissed off. And doing insurance, what I don't want to happen, because I have a new insurance, right? And I've just had my insurance going on 3 months, a new company, and my rates are low. So don't ever think that just because an accident ain't your fault, it don't affect your insurance rates. It can. And I don't want the accident to report back to my insurance. So you don't have to report to your insurance. You can go report to the other person's insurance. And let's say the other person's insurance doesn't have insurance, or they don't have enough coverage to cover your issues. The other insurance company can turn around and file the claim with your insurance company, which sucks. So I don't want a claim filed with my insurance company. I only want to file with his, but I don't know if he really has insurance. See, they can get it and then they cancel it, especially the behavior I had out there. I could see that for somebody like this. And it looked like he had other damage to the car because certain folks, that's just how they drive. I can't even explain it. I don't mean to be biased, but there's something with a certain group of people, and there's a, I don't know, my dad used to call it machismo. And it's like this arrogance and just drive crazy, and I'm going to do what I want to do, and you move out my way. And I'm like, what in the hell is that? It's just weird. And Monty called it, he said, driving used to be a privilege and not a right. Now these folks think they're entitled, but then they drive crazy as hell. And the fact that you got out and I'm supposed to understand what the hell you saying. Don't even get me started. I'm angry and I almost say the wrong thing. And I got Latino folks in my family, a lot of them. I got nieces and nephews who are half Latino, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, in-laws, cousin-in-laws, cousins who are Latino black. But I've noticed something regarding certain behavior when it comes to driving, and it bothers me, and I have an issue with it. I also have an issue with, I guess you expect that I'm here and I'm supposed to speak whatever you speaking. That's not, I don't know. It was really bizarre. I was like, is this dude for real? And all I could think, I had to pray for myself because I wanted to punch him in his face. And this is why Shannon is 57 and not 20, because I might have been in handcuffs. Because he had me so hot, all I could see was my fist in his face. And not whether I win, lose, or draw, I don't care. I just literally wanted to punch him in his face. And because he blew through that light about 50 miles an hour. Had I been going a little bit faster, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd be in a hospital, if alive. Because he would have hit my car in a way that wouldn't have been good. And I got health issues because I'm on a blood thinner. It wouldn't have been good. It just wouldn't have been good. Yeah, I shoulders and back and upper back been bothering me, but I just haven't dealt with it. And like I said, I'm praying whether to call Geico and find out if this dude got insurance. Okay, I don't know. My aunt sent me some. I don't know. She sent me stuff that's just sometimes random. She hates Trump, so she always sends me hateful Trump stuff. I don't agree with him, but I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him because the baby crazy as a box of rocks, and he crazy, and there's so much wickedness in this new administration, and all the racial and all that other stuff that they done did and classes stuff. It's gonna be a hot mess, but folks gonna learn, and some of the people who are still supporting the madness, who don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, they gonna learn, and it's not gonna be a good learning experience. My foot is still itching, y'all. So anyway, the car has scratches across the front, in multiple places. It didn't break any of the, I don't know, what do you call that? The molding and whatever else. Because I don't think half that stuff is really metal anymore. Whatever they make it out of, plastic molding. If there's metal, it didn't break any of that. However, I do want to get some things checked out. Y'all, I've dropped it. Hold on for a second. I have a knife that I was cutting limes with, and I was moving it, and then dropped it, y'all. Then dropped it trying to, but yeah. So that's what's going on. Just trying to get life in order, and like many folks, my foot is itching to death. Like many of y'all, trying to just navigate through all the weirdness that's going on in our world today, and things are extra weird. Y'all gonna see me drink my I drink the pickle juice, then I eat the pickle. And actually, if y'all don't know, pickle juice is very good for you. It has potassium in it, and if you take high blood pressure medicine, it is a way for you to get your potassium. Just a heads up if you didn't know. So I drink the pickle juice, then I eat the pickle. And pickle juice is very good for you. So I think like many people, folks are trying to navigate this, but what's getting me is people are trying to live everyday life in oblivious to what's happening. And I'm not, because it is overwhelming what's happening, but it's just what's getting me is that people don't either. They're like, I don't want to pay attention to it. So when things really hit the fan, you gonna be just totally oblivious and looking like Boo Boo Kitty, and things are hitting the fan. Like some of the stuff going on where I work and other companies, I'm not sitting here going, oh, I'm shocked. I'm not, because the things that are taking place, businesses are going to get hit. Behaviors of companies are going to get hit. Healthcare is going to be hit. Insurance in general is going to get hit. And the folks on top are going to worry about the money they're making for the company. The little man at the bottom is not really all of their concern. And so they're going to look at that even though they're not really seeing the true big picture, because you got to have the little man on the bottom who buys your stuff or services in order to maintain. If you outsource all of it overseas, and all the little people here in America don't have jobs, you ain't gonna get a lot of money, and you need to reevaluate. But the greed don't think like that. It don't. Greed nor racism. It doesn't. Racism especially. Racism don't think like that, and greed for sure don't think like that. And people gonna be oblivious. I got friends of mine getting ready, and God bless them. I know these are people they like. I used to love watching George Michael, and they getting ready for concerts, and I'm listening, and I'm like, I'm lost. You know, you going through all these things and you worried about the person you going to meet and how they perceive you. They don't know you. They don't even care. You can go in there fat, skinny, in between, under. They're going to take a picture with you and call it a day and thank you for buying their music and making them multimillionaires. You don't know you. They don't care. You more concerned with what they look like. They don't care. They don't care. You could have a dot in your head. They don't care. Going through all these shenanigans. If you're doing that, do it for yourself. Don't do it for them. They don't care. You know, I don't want to look this way when I meet so-and-so. Okay, you doing that for you. That ain't got nothing to do with them. That's for you. It ain't got nothing to do with them. Got absolutely nothing to do with them. And just the thoughts and people caught up into themselves. And I'm trying to say the world is supposed to stop, but it's like people aren't really preparing for what's about to happen. And it was funny, I was talking to the attorney yesterday, and I said, I said, I want to get everything done here within the next 45 days because I got a feeling things are going to get really bad economically. He said, yes, it is. This man's been doing Chapter 7s for over 40-some years, getting ready to retire. He said, yes, it's getting ready to get really bad. I'm like, okay. He said, it's going to get bad. So, stay encouraged, y'all, and don't, I'm not trying to say just sit and listen to all the bad stuff, but please stay aware and please prepare yourself on every level. Financially, get your home set up. Make sure you have supplies on hand. I'm building up my water stock. I need to get a Berkey. I'm getting ready to revisit my canning, go through my stuff, and I'm getting stuff organized. I'm trying to get my little patio garden going so that I can grow my own stuff. I don't even have to go to the store. We're done with that. Me and the store are done. Yeah, that might be it. I see a little dead mosquito on the ground. It might be my friend. It might be my leg, but my foot is itching. He might have bit my foot. He over there dead as a doorknob now. Right. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm trying to think what else. I told you about the car accident. I hope y'all are doing good. I'll come on in a couple of weeks. Flatbed must be out on the road. Everybody eating barbecue. I'm going to go smoke a roast here in a little bit. And I got some greens I might be doing. But for a minute, I'm going to go take me a nap. Because like I said, I got up early this morning. I got the clothes together. Then I went to the laundromat. It was packed. So then I drove down to Sonic and got whatever those, the frozen things. The smoothie. Excuse me, the smoothie, whatever it is. The icy. And I did a grape icy. And I sat and did that. I'm like I said, I got up early this morning. And it's been a long, a lot going on, Wendy. A lot. Tell him okay. Is he over the road right now? What state is he in, by the way? Whew. And I'm gonna go take my foot and rub it down some alcohol. I see a dead mosquito, so that might have been why my foot is itching, because it's itching right on the side. Whew. Hold on, what's that? Yep. He's in Denver. Oh, okay, he's in Denver. Okay, good deal. All right. Yeah, I'll let y'all know more. Like I said, I'm trying to decide whether to file Geico against this dude. But like I said, I don't want to really bounce back to mine. And I just want to file through his insurance. I don't want nothing filed back with mine. I'm going to take the car. I'm going to look at the underneath. That's the other thing. I took it to dealership. They talking about something with the alignment. The guy who he said I need to put on the lift. I'll look at it. So I got to go back. I just haven't done it on the weekend. Probably next weekend I'm going to take it up there to him and have him look at underneath. Because they coming with a bunch of drama. And their car, I can take my hands off the wheel and go straight down the street. No problem. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get my butt off of here, y'all. Go lay down. I'm going to do a tour of the little garden area that I'm working on. I got one of the other bed I got built. I got to put the canopy thing on. So I got the bottom part built. I had to fight with it the other day. And I was out there sweating bullets. I'm going to go out there tonight, but I'm going to wait for it to cool down because we are still in the hundreds. We should be in the 90s by the middle of this week coming up. This week we in right now. So hopefully, and then I'm going to go lay in this bed for a minute and decompress and cool off. And I jumped in the shower and out the shower, and then I'm put some alcohol on this foot because it's itching really bad. And I don't know if it's this little buzzard mosquito I see over here that's dead on the ground, but we'll see. Anyway, 2 and 2, y'all. Peace. Give it a like, thumbs up. Put some comments below. I'll come back in maybe next week or the week after, maybe every 2 weeks. And I need to set a date. I was going to do Sunday, and then I was like, yeah. But anyway, people getting their barbecue on. I got a steak. I'm going to deal with that a little bit, but I'm going to lay down for a minute and rest and release and eat the rest of my pickle. Wendy, 2 and 2. Peace. Be blessed.